What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here today for a little midweek news wrap-up. A few different little odds and ends of things have been happening the last, 5 or so days. We had the Mint Collective, the Ken Golden stuff, WWE, some Star Stock updates. So rather than do a bunch of little teeny tiny videos, just kind of lump this all into one. So this will be a little Wednesday midweek news catch-up from some stuff that I've missed or just haven't talked about yet or given an opinion on or whatever. So like, comment, subscribe. You guys and girls know the drill. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's start here first. WWE. Fanatics signs an exclusive long-term relationship with the WWE. You may be asking, what does this have to do with sports cards? Well, this does include physical trading card licenses. These just left Topps to go to Panini, and that left Panini to go back to Topps under Fanatics. Now, Panini's current deal will continue to run. When that runs out, they will move over to Fanatics. So, it's very odd timing on this announcement because Panini's debut product, WWE Prism, actually comes out next week, April 6th, which a lot of people were very hyped up about. I am not big into wrestling cards. I do not currently watch wrestling, but I grew up watching wrestling. I grew up on Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Randy Macho Man Savage, fell out of it for a little bit, and then fell back into it during the Attitude Era. Always a big WWF fan back in the day. I remember going to the video store and renting the pay-per-views when they would come out on VHS and just watching them over and over and over again. Watching Royal Rumbles over and over and over again. Survivor Series. This was back when I was like 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. And then, once again, fell out of it, but then got back in hard during the Attitude Era there. Late high school, early college years. For about 3 to 4 years there during the peak of D-Generation X and Stone Cold and The Rock coming on. Kind of really, to me, the best part of wrestling I was a fan of, and then fell off of it, and I haven't really watched it since. Every once in a while, I'll hop on the WWE app thing and watch like an old school pay-per-view or like the top 10 entrances or whatever. And I still enjoy, I fell down a little Razor Ramon rabbit hole the other day when Scott Hall passed away. I actually considered maybe grabbing one of these boxes to rip. I might still do that. I don't know, but I'm getting off track here already. The news here is that it's going back to Fanatics. Maybe I'll rip a box of Prism. We'll see. If you guys want to see me rip a box of WWE Prism, let me know in the comments down below. I'll bite one for the bullet for the channel if there's enough interest there. Once again, why do we care here on the sports card side of things? Like it or not, WWE is a sports/entertainment product, and there is definitely a market for those cards. They sell fairly well. The AEW, which I'm not into at all, don't really know much about it. They have cards. They sell pretty well. And there was a lot of hype for this Prism product as it potentially, and a lot of people were speculating that this could be, something that Panini hangs their hat on when they lose the other licenses. Well, then Fanatics came along and cut their legs out from under them and took another one from them. So, and this does include a bunch of other stuff as well. Merchandise, NFTs, all sorts, digital cards, all sorts of stuff is wrapped up into this. So it makes sense for all parties involved. But it's just another, bullet in the gun of the Fanatics World Domination Tour that they want to try to own the entire space. They have all the major sports except for hockey, and now they have WWE. And I would have to imagine they are going to make other inroads into maybe potentially trying to get the NHL/Upper Deck, maybe trying to get other entertainment products. Topps has Star Wars, so they have that one locked down. A big elephant in the room is Marvel. Marvel is with Upper Deck currently. I don't know what the current license agreement is on that, but I don't feel... if I was a card manufacturer that is not Fanatics, and I have an exclusive license with another partner, I would be checking in with them about every 3 hours. Saying, everything good? We cool? Okay, cool. Luber walk into the door, Ruben walk into the door. I would be sweating bullets because Fanatics has the money to take a license from pretty much anyone that they want to. So if they want a license and they want to throw enough money at it, it could all go away. I like what Upper Deck has done with Marvel on that side of things, but there's also a lot of things that I don't like that Upper Deck has done with Marvel. So I think there is 100% opportunity there for them to strike at Marvel. Once again, I don't know what that relationship looks like currently, but I know that Upper Deck is struggling getting product out the door. There's a new Spider-Man product that was supposed to come out about 5 months ago and is basically indefinitely delayed. We don't know when we're getting it. There's a lot of production issues with X-Men Metal, and a lot of other sets are being currently delayed. I gotta imagine, given the ZeroCool, the entertainment focus of Fanatics, that could be something that maybe they make a run on. Who knows? I think anything is literally on the table that a card can be printed for. And we'll talk about ZeroCool here in a little bit. That's pretty much all I got on the WWE Fanatics thing. Let's switch over to Drake and Ken Golden. Things I didn't think, well, Ken Golden, but things I didn't think I'd be given in a news update. Drake. Drake has entered the sports card scene and entered it hard. He's obviously been chasing the triple logo man and Flawless. But on Sunday night, coming off the Mint Collective, and the Mint Collective, for those that don't know, I did not go. I'm not going to lie. I had serious FOMO over not going all weekend long, looking at posts. I considered going, and I could not make it work with life schedule, so I was not able to attend. I was invited to attend, not to speak, but I was invited to attend. They did reach out to me to see if I was coming to the event. I really wish I would have went. I 1000% regret not going. I don't know, from boots on the ground, there was a card show there. That was not the primary focus. This was more of a industry summit style event. But there was a lot of good hype built around it and a lot of stuff to come out of it from, a building the business type standpoint in regards to the hobby at a macro level. Some really good panels. Dustin's done a couple videos on it. Sports Card Dad, he was there, him and the Comeback Card Investor, and I'm sure they'll be talking about it more. And there's plenty of other content out there on it as well. So I'd recommend going to check all that out. But as that wrapped up on Sunday evening, Ken Golden and Drake went live on Ken's IG page and ripped a box of 86 Fleer and a bunch of cases of Flawless and some 03 Topps Chrome. I watched a little bit of this. They didn't get started till pretty late, and I'm an East Coast guy, and I get up for work early in the morning, so I was not able to hang super late. The highlight, so they were running about 5,000 to 6,000 people watching this. And then at one point in time, Logan Paul jumped in. Love him or hate him, the guy brings a lot of eyeballs. He joined for literally 2 minutes, maybe 3. The 2 to 3 minutes he was on the live, it jumped to the mid 20 to high 20,000s. It went from 5,000 to 27,000 because when he joined, it linked his IG account in and showed him as live, and then all his followers clicked to see what was going on. The number dropped back down after he left, but it stayed pretty high for a while. So there's been a lot of talk lately about celebrities entering the sports card market, chasing whatever. Outside of, we had the Gary Vee stuff a couple years ago. But Drake, to his credit, I mean, what do I know? But he actually seems like pretty genuine. When he was ripping the 86 Fleer, it seemed pretty legit. Also, that you could see the sadness creep in when he was ripping Flawless. Not that he cares about the money, and then he was asking, many people have pointed this out already, a bunch of different other content creators and people on IG. He was asking from some very pointed questions, both during this break and some other Flawless breaks that he has done recently about, how bad the negative ROI is on this stuff. So that's an interesting look, I guess, for the hobby from people outside looking in. Overall, this is pretty good for the hobby. It's a positive. More eyeballs is always a good thing. It'd be interesting to see, as someone that does not follow the sports card hobby, and you watch Drake ripping open these $30,000 to $40,000 cases of Flawless and basically hitting nothing. How would that make you feel as an outsider watching this? Like, boy, let me get in on some of that. Let's light $40,000 on fire and pull $5,000 worth of cards. Makes a lot of sense. But Drake knows what he's doing. He knows that he would be much better off buying singles. He's basically doing this as pulls of the slot machine. Because for him, this is like playing penny slots. Let's be honest here. But it is an interesting first experience for someone that might be a fan of Drake that tunes into this for that purpose, kind of speculating like, wait, why do all these people do this? And then there was even joking that he would potentially attend the National, which if that happens, that would make things off the rails. But the general celebrity interest in the hobby, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. I'm not going to go all doom and gloom on it. I think, generally speaking, the more eyeballs, the better. Let's switch over and talk about ZeroCool. The Fanatics trading card brand, if you will, or, you know, entertainment trading card brand. So it's not up on their site yet. And I didn't see, there's probably pictures of it on IG if I could dig and look. At the Mint Collective, coming out of Mint, the other thing that they announced is the next ZeroCool set will be a Jackass theme set from the movie slash TV series slash franchise Jackass. Never personally been a big fan, could care less about it. I know there are a lot of people that really like Jackass and will probably be buyers for these cards. It looks more like a traditional product versus the ZeroCool stuff, which were the little doodles or whatever. Here is a picture. Actually, I believe Go GTS shared this. I saw the same one going around. So this is what they look like, autographs, whole 9 yards. Once again, a much more traditional set. I believe they're holographic. There's some holofoils slash silver refractor variants, all sorts of stuff going on there. The vibe that I get, once again, I believe this is going to be another reverse Dutch auction. I could be wrong on that, but I have a feeling these boxes are going to be more widely printed. And I think Luber has even alluded to he does not expect these to sell out anywhere close to the price point that the V-Friends did. So this will be a more, though not traditional in terms of the subject matter, I feel like the card set itself will be a little bit more what we are all used to. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how this one plays out. What do boxes sell for? What's the secondary market demand for it? All that. And this isn't going to be limited to 2,000 boxes. I have a feeling there'll probably be a lot more of it. But this once again goes down the path of what they are looking to do with this product, which I fully support. I know, I get it. A lot of people didn't like the Gary V aspect of the first drop. That's fine. That's your prerogative. But I can tell you right now, there is probably going to be a set of these cards that comes out for a product or franchise that I enjoy that I will probably go after. What that is, I don't know yet. We'll see what license agreements they get. But I could definitely see that happening. So curious for your thoughts and comments on this one. Would you go after a Jackass box? Do you care? Or is this another hard pass for you? Last but not least, let's pop over and talk about StarStock. StarStock released a statement via email. I believe they were getting pressure. Sports card nonsense, guys. Mike Giuseppe was putting a little bit of heat on them about some updates on what's going on. I don't know if this was generated based off that on their podcast last week or if this was just a general update. They really don't tell us anything that we don't already know. The big thing in here is our current shipping timelines for raw cards are 2 to 3 months and around 1 month for graded. They are also lowered shipping back prices. Payments to get cash out is 5 business days. So that's flowing pretty good. 2 to 3 months for raw cards is a really long time. There is some rumors swirling that they may be down to just 1 or 2 people working in the actual StarStock vault. I've seen that a couple different places, that there may only be 1 person basically shipping cards out the door, hence the delays. Graded cards, those move a little bit quicker just because they're probably easier to pull, find, and get out of there. They run through that. They're still accepting submissions for graded cards and wax. You'd be a crazy person to send them graded cards or wax right now. And if I had anything legitimate on the platform, I would be pulling it off as fast as possible. I very publicly removed my stuff about 6 months ago. I made a whole video about pulling all my stuff from StarStock long before all this stuff happened. They talked about this at the Mint Collective, actually. I think it was Darren Ravel on the panel that he was on. StarStock itself was a tremendous product, and something StarStock like will work. Someone will figure this out, because the concept behind it was fantastic. We all had a blast on it. They got a little loss of focus, I think, and a few other things went against them. But the concept is there, and I think you're going to kind of see that play out with the eBay vault once it gets up and running, or maybe someone else tries to replicate this. But I think the eBay vault is going to be potentially what we all wanted StarStock to be, but maybe on slightly higher end cards versus, 15-cent bull base cards or whatever. But StarStock in its prime, though brief, was fantastic. I recommended it time and time again for people new in the hobby to kind of learn that micro level game. And it was a great place that you could just throw $10 on and try to build a bankroll as like a little bit of a challenge to yourself. It was fantastic for that sort of stuff. So I know that there's ComC out there, which does something a little bit similar. ComC just never felt like StarStock did. I don't know if it's just because of ComC's more antiquated, the way that the site looked or whatever. I don't know. But hopefully the eBay vault can replicate some of that magic that we had with StarStock. There was a brief time there where the StarStock marketplace was an absolute blast. I spent a ton of time on there. But not everything lasts forever. They obviously had their issues, and things have kind of pulled back. But if you still have cards there, I would 100% get them off the platform. It's the writing's on the wall where this is headed. So, in my opinion, they're focusing on NFTs now. So, good luck actually trying to sell cards on that platform. I can't imagine. Maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, please, in the comments down below, let me know. Is anyone still active on StarStock, and what's that marketplace look like? Is it tumbleweeds, or is there still some action happening? That's pretty much all I have for you guys and girls. Like I said, just kind of wanted to do a little newsy roundup. A bunch of these little micro stories kind of dropped, and I just never got a chance to talk about them. So, like, comment, subscribe. Next video will probably be a PSA submission video. I need to get that out the door. That'll either be Thursday's or Friday's video, but that will 100% be a video this week. Beyond that, we'll catch you guys and girls on the next one. Peace.